YouTube, I dropped the the best guard build, so I had to get the best center build out there. I got a lot of people that like making centers, so here we go. So of course, position, we go in center, nothing else matters. I like right-handed players, you can be left. So the build chart, so for this center, we're trying to make the best, good at everything, good at shooting, good at, rebounding, inside finishing, all that stuff. So the best one I found is to go with the most shooting. Now, it's crazy. You're thinking you're making a stretch, but it's crazy how you can kind of customize this and change it to work well for you. So these pie charts, I kind of like them all in their own different ways. I'm going to choose this one, Joe, just for the more strength and the speed's decent, acceleration. It's a good balance on them. So we're getting into the building the build. So, the main thing about this build is the shooting. So you go ahead and get all that up, kind of like with the guard. You want the most shooting badges possible. And so you're going to be able to be shooting, see high 80s, high 80s for the 3 in the mid-range, and the post fade is a 95. That's big. So just by choosing this build, you're already you're like a stretch and a post scorer combined. Now you are a center, so interior defense is a must, and you see that goes up to a 73, which it doesn't seem that great, but just keep watching, trust me. And of course, block, interior defense and block. You want to be you want to be able to protect the paint. If you're going to be a big man, that's the majority of where you're going to be. So you get those two defensive things for the most part. Close shot goes to an 85, and that's big. If you're going to be around the rim, go ahead and be able to, hit those little bunny hop layups, even like little jumpers right there. 85 is super high. Standing dunk, of course, you want to be able to dunk on people while you're down there. 74, and, I want to get that to a 75, and I will. Just keep watching what I'm doing. And, of course, get a little bit of post hook. You're already a 95 post fade, post scoring. So go ahead and have that post hook so you can have all those moves by the basket. Post moves, go ahead and max them all the way up. Get you some playmaking. 77, that's for everything else. And, you already got all these great post attributes. Go ahead and get that one right up. So now, you got some little bit left. This is just playing around. Of course, you want to have some rebounding. Rebounding, you don't really need those max because you're going to be a big dude anyway. I'm going to show you. This build's actually going to be 7'2", but height matters in 2K. It always matters. Height, wingspan. Even if you don't see the stats, if you're tall, you're going to be able to get rebounds. And, so 70 rebound for the defensive, 60 offensive. It's all going to be about boxing now, though. And you're going to see we do things to make these stats increase. So just, it's hard to explain. Let me just keep going. So, body shape. I didn't even talk about that in the point guard one. But, it doesn't really matter. I did Burley just to take up some more space. So I was checking out 7'3", but you actually lose a lot for 7'3", and I wanted to have, 7'2" to kind of balance it out. And 7'2", actually, if you make this build any different than I made, if you go 7'3", you're going to miss out on the takeover. If you don't go max weight, you're going to miss out on the takeover. So if you want all three of the takeovers this build gets, and then you got to kind of make it like this. Of course, wingspan, we want to make that max out. It gives us better defense, better rebounding position. And by doing all this, we get post-scoring takeover, which is big. Spot-up shooter and rim protector. So, basically, this build is perfect for every game mode just based on these three takeovers. These takeovers really, this was the main sell point for me. I kind of, I could only get 2 for a while, and I finally got them all 3. You see this build's called an interior force. It doesn't really make any sense because it's not, it is an interior force, but it's a shooter too. So you think they'd have a more name, but that's actually going to be kind of good because you're going to confuse people. They're going to be thinking, like a rebounding rim protector or something. You're going to be out here with a super high three-pointer. Of course, make it go all the way to 99, because that's how, everyone's going to be getting high up there. And so these badges, so here we go. You see a lot of shooting badges. So finishing badges, this build, it's more of like a post-scoring shooting build. So, you're not, it's kind of up to you. Drop stepper, because I want to drop step people out of the way, of course. And then I just put on a little relentless. That's, personal preference, just like the other build video. Shooting badges, of course, whatever you like doing, you definitely want to get these fade badges in, being a post scorer. I love my range extender. I want to be able to shoot as far as possible. I do dead eye, of course, I like shooting light contest if people are, closing out small. Pick and popper, because this build's going to be a fantastic, fantastic, shooter off the pick and pops, pick and rolls, all that. Hot star, it seems nice, you hit a first shot and you got to boost the whole rest of the game. I'm going to do a little bit of flexible release just because, I got to see how much it actually helps. Is it really going to make all your whites go in? You know, it kind of seems like that in the demo, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on. You see I got some points left, and, you know, so I'm going to do catch and shoot, because I know with this build I'm going to do a lot of pick and pops, a lot of catch and shoots. I just want to shoot it and just go in every time. But that's just kind of, you know, figuring that out. You get one playmaking badge. Of course, I'm going to go post spin, because my idea of this build, I want it to be dominant on the low block and the shooting. And then so some defensive badges. You know, your main defensive, you know, badge, basically, you're going to get the rim protector and you're going to be tall. That's what it's all about. This build, you know, this is a paint protector. You don't really care about chasing, you know, 6'3" guards around. So I just gave him some post move lockdown. You know, we can switch that up, but if someone's backing me down on the 1s court or the 2 court, I'm going to be there. I'm going to use my height. I'm going to use that badge, and he's not going to be getting past me, and I'm going to use my long wingspan as well. Now we're on to just the final breakdown. Just looking at this build, you see some crazy things happen, like interior defense. You know, it was like in the mid-70s when we began, but just because you made them taller, you made your wingspan higher, you have an 82 interior defense as a build that has 30 shooting badges. Just think about that. Now, you know, 75 block, so crazy, you know, just interior defense for basically a stretch-looking build, even though it's called interior defender. It's so funny how they got this set up this year. But, you know, you're rebounding, you're going to be 7'2", so as long as you got box out, you know, you got some decent rebounding to be grabbing those. You know, you got, you're shooting, even though you're tall and you have, you have max wingspan, remember that. You have a 77 three-pointer with Hall of Fame shooting badges. Your post fade goes to a 95. You know, you could have Hall of Fame, you know, post shooting badges. And then we even got a 76 standing dunk. Now, that was big for me because 75 standing dunk last year was when you started getting those good standing dunk animations. So, you know, I don't want to say, you know, I mean, if I was a big man, I think this would be my build. I think this thing, so for the 1s court, this is an offensive monster. You could just be smoking people, not giving the ball, have that post-scoring takeover on. For the 2s court, you know, if you're playing with, you know, somewhat like pick and rolling, you could have a post-scoring takeover on. You guys could take it an ISO in. You could have spot-up shooting. You could let somebody ISO, and you could be just banging threes with all these badges. You can have rim protecting takeover. You know, no one's going to score on you. 7'2", rim protecting, an 82 interior defense. You got some post-up points, you know. Well, what can I say? It's the perfect big man build. The badges, you know, the badges don't look as crazy as, you know, you think, but the big thing is the defense and rebounding. The height is the defense and rebounding. The finishing, you know, the attributes are the finishing badges for it. The playmaking, you know, of course, he's a 7'2" giant. Of course, he's not going to have insane playmaking badges, but that post spin is going to be something. And if someone tiny, I know a lot of people, you know, they're afraid of height this year is what it sounds like, you know, until people start finding the meta and stuff. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of, you know, behemoths out there, you know, and so if you're on these people that are like 6'10", 6'11", you're just going to back them down, you're going to push them out of the way, they're going to be thinking, you know, he can't shoot, he's an interior defender, and you're going to pull, you know, Hall of Fame catch and shoot, Hall of Fame range extender, you know, Hall of Fame flexible release, and they're not going to know how to guard you. It's, you know, 85 strength on a build, let me say it again, on a build that was mainly shooting, you have 85 strength. I put a lot of time in this. I think this is the perfect center build. You know, if you want to be an all-around center, you want to be an all-around scorer, and you want to protect the paint, this is the center build for you. Let me guys know what you think. It's Tommy. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.